Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. We've got a Five of Pentacles. I feel like there is there's some anxiety right now about your kind of physical existence, right? About the outer world, let's say. Your environment, maybe your finances, maybe your health. There's some worries there. I think that things are less than optimal for you right now. We're going to put this card into some context and see how things might be improving, might be growing, might be getting bigger and better, right? So let's do that now. Let's put a few more cards out. We've got a 10 of Wands here. We've got the Hierophant, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. Very good. I think that you are in a situation now where you've been putting in a lot of work. Maybe this has been kind of burning the candle at both ends. Maybe you've been working 2 jobs. Maybe you've been working double shifts in order to improve a situation here, maybe financially or something like that. I feel like that is resolving. I feel like everything is going to settle. I feel like this is you restoring what this 5 is, because the 5 seems to me like it is something that's kind of gotten off balance, something that went, maybe it was a large bill, a large expense, or a debt, maybe something needs repairing. You're fixing it, right? And it's through your own efforts. It's through your very exhaustive efforts that you are materializing your goal. See, 4 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, fire to earth. You're getting your way. You're getting your objective completed, okay? You're succeeding here. That's very good news. We have other earth energies here too, which I think are going to be important. We've got a Tower moment. I feel like this is kind of inside of you, a bit of frustration. I almost feel there's a rage in you where it's like you kind of just want to scream, right? Because I think that you've been putting in all of this effort and you're wondering, when the heck is it going to be over, right? But you don't. You're keeping that contained. We've got an Emperor here in that position. We've got a Knight of Pentacles and, oh, look at that, love. It's all love in the end, right? That 2 of Cups. So I think the ending here is a good place to start, right? Because this makes it all worth it. Okay, this is something really, it feels like this is better than you imagine. This is better than just simply getting it fixed. But this is an improvement now that is, it's almost like this is an unseen benefit in some ways. You know, I feel like it's through this kind of, this anxiety, this worry, this effort to fix something, that you're going to actually realize a deeper significance in life, a deeper love for something else. Or some of you might even be meeting this person. Could be an Aries person. Generally, we think of kind of an older male energy, but it doesn't have to be that necessarily, and it doesn't have to be romance. But it's kind of curious to have this card in the position of the environment. It's also something that we could translate as you being put into a position of leadership. Through these efforts here, through this is kind of like a test almost. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like something that really is, could be devastating if you don't fix it, right? But once you do get it fixed, I think you're going to realize that there was a certain extra benefit to this, which could be the recognition for solving this problem. Maybe this is a work thing. And then you being offered a position of authority or a promotion because of your efforts here, right? With the Tower energy here in your general energy, it seems like this is something that really has disrupted your life. It could still be a health thing, though I try to shy away from the medical type of readings because I'm not a doctor, right? But with the Tower card, it's something that really has turned things upside down. It's really disrupted this routine that you've had of life, which is back here with the Eight of Pentacles. Okay? But rather than letting this just kind of destroy your life, no, you are just kind of buckling down and doing what needs to be done. And you're going to fix this thing. You're doing everything that, the Hierophant here to me feels like the authority. This could be even between these two. This could be the medical authorities, right? Your doctors, or it could be a work thing. It could be something at school. Maybe you're realizing that you don't have enough credits or something to graduate or whatever. But the Hierophant is that institution that we have to follow their rules, right? So this is the university, this is the hospital, this is whatever. We have to play the game by those rules, right? So we have to operate within these parameters of this Hierophant. This is the rule book, right? They kind of they're telling us what we can and cannot do in terms of this particular issue. Okay. Somebody in your life drives a big truck. Yeah. I'm saying not like a semi or anything, but like almost like a monster truck or something. It's like lifted, it's big tires, like one of those big pickup trucks or something. Somebody drives a truck like that. Spirit's showing me that vehicle. And I don't know if this maybe has something to do with the finances, or maybe there was some damage done to the vehicle or something, and now you are the one that has to kind of put in some extra hours to get that vehicle fixed. Something like that. Okay. The calm and orderly Eight of Pentacles here in the position of the background, or kind of the old energy, or this is what's behind you, the past kind of thing. I feel like we want to get back to that, because you've been saving money and growing a life and building this thing here, and now suddenly all of your resources have to go into this. It's kind of like, well, it's exactly like that, where you save up a bunch of money and you really feel some security with that. But then you have that big expense. There goes all that savings. Well, I guess that's what it's for sometimes, right? So this is a lot of work for you. And I think that this is the kind of work that we want to call backbreaking, right? So I feel like you do something physical for your job. This is like taking double shifts. This is maybe you work in a hospital or an ER or something. Maybe that's the medical connection. You're someone that drives a big truck and works in a hospital, right? But you're taking the double shifts. You're pulling double duty. You're trying to work extra hard, taking more shifts and more hours wherever you can in order to pay down this debt or make this repair or fix this thing. It could be something with the house too that maybe has needed repairs or something got damaged. Maybe the big truck smashed your fence or something, or just, but this is really taking a toll on you physically. I think there's a physical exhaustion that's really starting to set in. You're also having some tooth issue, right? I feel like there's some dental work as well that you have to focus on. So it kind of feels like things are starting now to kind of pile up, right? We got the car, we got the house, the jobs, we got now this tooth thing that needs to get looked at. And it seems like a lot of things keep piling up. And it's getting more and more intense. And I think that's why we're starting to feel a little bit of a tower starting to swell up within us, where it's almost like we want to scream. I think there's that rage that I feel, where it's like we just want to scream into the void, But I feel like you're trying to keep that contained because you can. with this Tower card, you can see the bigger picture. You know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And it's not the light of destruction, right? It's the light of love. It's the light of your future, right? You've got the Knight of Pentacles here too. I'm really kind of getting the chills with this reading. I feel like Spirit was really being quite specific and really honing in on your energy right now. Okay. The Four of Wands that we see at the top, this, it's kind of an energy that says we've got to do one thing at a time. That we're trying to spread ourselves so thin. We're trying to really do everything all at once, but we have to have objectives. We have to have a kind of a priority list with this one. Okay. Now, Spirit is telling me that somebody did actually pass from a car accident. Maybe that's the big truck that I'm getting. And maybe this is that person. Maybe the Emperor here is talking about this older, it feels like an older male energy. I don't know if it was a spouse. I don't know if it was a parent or something. It doesn't feel like a parent. It feels more like a partner, a significant other. And maybe now that has left you in a little bit of this financial difficulty because of that loss. You have my condolences. It's not an easy situation. Spirit wants you to know that energy is still with you. And I don't know if it feels like part of this is you trying to pay for something or restore something for that person or do something for them, even though they're now in spirit. They want you to know not to put your money into that. Whatever it is, I don't know exactly what it is. They're saying don't spend your money on that. It isn't important. Does that make sense to you? I don't know if they were an Aries person, but I feel like they had a hard-working attitude, as do you. They had a very strong work ethic, okay? And I wonder if the two of you were maybe in business together. Maybe it was a home business. Maybe you worked together. I don't know, but I feel like you're both bringing in equal money, But now we've lost one kind of source of income. But Spirit's saying, kind of relaying the message, I think, don't spend your money on that. It's not important, is what I'm hearing. Okay? And this could be part of this Four of Wands energy, too, that's saying just, kind of close that hole, stop that leakage. Don't do any more there, right? The fours usually are saying it's a stop, it's a full stop. It may be a temporary pause, but right now Spirit's saying don't spend your money on that. Fix what needs to be fixed. Take care of these priorities. Maybe it's getting the tooth fixed. Getting the medical stuff looked at first. Whatever this is, Spirit's saying don't spend your money on that. That is not the priority. That's not the important thing. Okay. Now, Spirit's also saying that the two of you had like a favorite restaurant or a coffee shop. It feels more like a coffee shop kind of thing, like a Starbucks or something. A little place that you would like to hang out and just kind of sit in a corner and be able to talk. It could be a restaurant, I guess, but it's just kind of got this little corner. That was kind of just for the two of you. One of these details. These things come in, and I get these impressions, and I relay the messages. I'm not sure how they connect exactly. They are meant as confirmations, as validations of the energy, and to offer synchronicities for someone out there. If those aren't meant for you, don't worry about it. Leave them for the next person. Okay? I'm getting an R name. Robert or something with an R. Yeah. Anyway, the Four of Pentacles. It's kind of like the basic needs need to be met first, and it's the prioritizing of how you're putting where you're putting your resources. So, such as where you're spending your money. Make sure you're taking care of those basic things first, right? Before this other thing that is, it's something for this significant other or this other person that has transitioned into spirit. Don't spend your money on them. I don't know what you're doing that would spend your money, be spending your money on them or fixing something or doing something that they wanted or something, or that you thought they wanted. They're saying they don't want it anymore, that it's not important. It doesn't mean anything. They would rather you spend the money on what you need to do right now to shore up your foundations, okay? To make sure that everything is stable in your life right now. Yeah. Let's talk about the rest of the cards on the path of the serpent here. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. All right. And it helps out the channel. I really do appreciate that. Like I said, something has happened that has really turned your life upside down. It's starting to seem more and more like it is the loss of this person, but it is whatever has put you in the circumstances that you're in now. It kind of feels like a lot of things are uncertain, and it's kind of something that we're trying to work very hard to fix. Yeah. So we've got this tower energy, but we've got this strength and this discipline and this confidence still with us, right? And it could be that this other person, maybe they were an Aries person, but I feel like for those of you that are experiencing that loss, they were a very strong, very proud person, right? And it's kind of like they're not the type of person that would have asked for help. Yeah. They're saying that you need to ask for help. That you can't do this your own. You're spreading yourself too thin as it is. The Hierophant too is telling me, ask for help. Yeah, ask for help. I know there's a pride thing. There's this self-reliance, and asking for help is not a threat to that, right? It doesn't mean that you're not self-reliant, and Spirit's saying that you have to in this situation, especially when we talk about the Knight of Pentacles. This is the difficulty, because you want to start looking at the future again. We want to start thinking long term again. But when we're in this kind of situation, this is all we can see, is getting from the 5 to the 4, just getting back to a kind of minimum safe distance, getting to a solid foundation. When we're on shaky ground, the only thing that's on our mind is getting to stable ground. And this is just the basic need. When we're in this position, the basic needs are all we can think about. But we've got to start thinking long term again. And so Spirit is saying that we've got to focus on these very basic things. Don't focus and really find out where that energy might be going. And maybe it's money, maybe it's resources, maybe it is just, vital energy, where it doesn't need to go. Because Spirit is saying, don't spend your money, your energy, your resources on that. It's not important. Okay? Because we have to eventually get back to this thinking long term. The Knight of Pentacles is usually the card that has that vision of the future, that can see way out into the distance and say, I know where I'm going to be 5 years, 10 years from now, 20 years down the road. I can see it, right? You've got to have that plan again. I know it's hard when we're in this situation and all we can see is what's right in front of us. We have to formulate a long-term plan. Let's think about, okay, what are the goals for the day? What are the goals for this week? What about the month, the year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Okay, do all of those. Map it out. What we don't have here is the air energy. Well, we also don't have the mystery card. Let's put that out right now before I forget again. We don't have any swords cards. Okay, here's the mystery card. We're going to put our very own Kelly Kapoor right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. which is getting close. But it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. All right. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise. Okay. So like I said, we don't see any air energy, so I feel like we need to come up with a plan. Right now I feel like it's just kind of putting all of our energy as much as we can, doing as much as we can, but where's the organization? We need more organization. Okay, we need a little bit of planning. We also need the Swords cards to bring in some communication. We need to start asking people for help. We need to start recruiting others to come in. Maybe you got a group of friends that can come over and help you rebuild the fence or whatever, right? As otherwise, we've got fire. We've got water at the end, thankfully. This has a very happy ending to it. We don't have any air, and then of course we have our earth, and earth. We've got our few major arcana cards. So all of this chaos, all of this disruption, really does, it has a good outcome. Okay, and this is something where I think you really start to feel the love, especially when we finally open up that community. We decide to make the phone call and ask for help and get our friends over, get our family to help us. You really feel the love, because I think people, for whatever reason, they don't know how much you're struggling right now because you won't tell them, because there's this pride thing. Once you kind of open up about what you're going through, you're going to be amazed at the level of support that comes to you. Okay? You're going to be amazed by that. And I do feel like there's something going on with the house. I don't know if the house needs some sort of repair or something like that, but prioritize. Ask the expert. Ask somebody who might know more about these particular areas of things, and see what needs to be done first. See what is the absolute priority right now, today, and what can be pushed off for the future, and make that plan. Make that long-term plan. Okay? Spirit's saying that they had a fear of flying, that they didn't, as kind of strong and as confident as they were, like they wouldn't get on an airplane or something. Is that right? Anyway, why don't we look at the mystery card now? Let's see. We've got that Two of Cups there at the end. I think we need some communication. We need to talk it through. We need to ask our friends, and we need to activate the support system. We need to realize that we don't have to do everything by ourselves, that we can ask for help, that we can kind of recruit others, loved ones in our life, to do this. So I'm thinking air energy. If you have a prediction, I want you to put it down in the comments. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got the Sun card. That's okay. I like the Sun. But the Sun is, again, one of these ideas that says you don't have to be the one that gives and gives and gives and radiates all of your energy. Okay? Because the Sun is burning just as bright. It's almost like, I almost feel like you're going through something very, very significant, but you're still trying to be the source of everything for everybody else, you know? Like you're going through something feels devastating, right? But you're still trying to be the positive, optimistic helper to everybody else. You're still trying to be the light for everybody else. But you need something, right? Does that make sense to you? And so it's almost like nobody really knows that you're struggling because you put on such a radiant energy to give to everybody else. Nobody really knows that, you kind of need to be on the receiving end of some of that love. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm feeling with this Sun card. I know this is a wonderful card, and this is a wonderful energy, and this is a testament to your character, but sometimes we've got to kind of turn the light off and say, sometimes I need a little bit of support and warmth and help too, because you're the one, even though everything you're going through, you're still the one helping everybody else and doing things and being there for everybody else, being strong, being everybody else's rock, right? or maybe even the resource. Maybe that's where some of the money's going. But you need something. It's your turn to be on the receiving end of that. All right? And that's what Spirit's telling me. I think that these are very important messages for you. Okay? We are going to do an extended reading. If you'd like to stick around, there's a link up here. There's one down below. New readings for Gemini every Monday and Friday. I am here every day. You can come back and see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, I think you should. There's no cost to it, right? It's totally free. Leave a comment for me. Let me know how you're doing, and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.